Berdiri di tengah Tatar Sunda, yang kaya akan ragam budaya, dan keindahan alam yang subur dan makmur. Menjadi tonggak dalam mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa. Membentuk insan abdi masyarakat, pembina nusa bangsa. Universitas Padjadjaran atau UNPAD lahir dari prakarsa pemuka masyarakat Jawa Barat dan dukungan pemerintah daerah untuk memiliki perguruan tinggi yang mampu menyelenggarakan berbagai bidang keilmuan. Diresmikan oleh Presiden Soekarno pada tanggal 11 September 1957 silam. Hingga saat ini, UNPAD telah memiliki beragam capaian prestasi kelembagaan. Di antaranya, berstatus sebagai perguruan tinggi negeri Badan Hukum dengan akreditasi institusi A. Capaian tersebut tidak terlepas dari komitmen seluruh pemangku kepentingan. Demi tercapainya visi dan misi UNPAD, menjadi universitas unggul dalam penyelenggaraan pendidikan kelas dunia, yang mampu mendukung daya saing bangsa melalui proses pendidikan bermutu dan penelitian yang inovatif. Sarana pembelajaran yang representatif dan lokasi yang strategis di tengah kota Bandung, Kabupaten Bandung, dan kawasan pendidikan tinggi Jatinangor Sumedang menjadikan UNPAD sebagai universitas yang unggul dalam penyelenggaraan pendidikan, penelitian, dan pengabdian kepada masyarakat. Melalui program-program terbaiknya yang mampu memenuhi tuntutan masyarakat. Saat ini, UNPAD memiliki 16 fakultas dan 1 sekolah pasca sarjana dengan 152 program studi. Fakultas Hukum, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis, Fakultas Kedokteran, Fakultas Matematika dan Ilmu Pengetahuan Alam, Fakultas Pertanian, Fakultas Kedokteran Gigi, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, Fakultas Ilmu Budaya, Fakultas Psikologi, Fakultas Peternakan, Fakultas Ilmu Komunikasi, Fakultas Keperawatan, Fakultas Perikanan dan Ilmu Kelautan, Fakultas Teknologi Industri Pertanian, Fakultas Farmasi, Fakultas Teknik Geologi, Sekolah Pasca Sarjana. Menyadari akan arti penting proses pembelajaran, kurikulum dan metode pembelajaran pun terus dikembangkan. Mengikuti dinamika kebutuhan para pemangku kepentingan. Saat ini, UNPAD sudah menggunakan metode pembelajaran berbasis student-centered learning, yaitu metode pembelajaran yang berbasis pada mahasiswa untuk terlibat secara aktif dalam mengembangkan pengetahuan, keterampilan, sikap dan perilaku dengan kurikulum berbasis kompetensi. Dengan dukungan staf pengajar dan tenaga kependidikan profesional, Unpad mampu menghasilkan lulusan yang berkarakter dan berdaya saing. Sampai saat ini, tercatat puluhan ribu mahasiswa dari penjuru Indonesia dan ratusan mahasiswa mancanegara menempuh studi di Universitas Padjadjaran. Untuk mengoptimalkan proses pendidikan dan pembelajaran, Unpad didukung oleh berbagai sarana fasilitas penunjang yang representatif. Di antaranya, perpustakaan, pusat pelayanan basic science, pusat bahasa, e-learning, rumah sakit pendidikan, serta rumah sakit gigi dan mulut. Selain itu, Unpad juga dilengkapi dengan fasilitas pemondokan, fasilitas kesehatan, fasilitas olahraga, transportasi dalam kampus, perbankan, ruang pertemuan, dan fasilitas kewirausahaan yang semuanya terintegrasi dengan teknologi informasi. Selain mendukung peningkatan kualitas akademik, Universitas Padjadjaran juga mendukung penuh aktivitas pembentukan karakter mahasiswa melalui berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. Sebagai bagian dari masyarakat, Universitas Padjadjaran menyadari betul fungsinya tidak terbatas pada pengajaran semata, melainkan mencakup aspek sosial dan budaya. Berbagai kegiatan sosial, pemberdayaan masyarakat, dan hilirisasi penelitian telah dilakukan untuk memberi manfaat nyata bagi seluruh masyarakat. Universitas Padjadjaran berdiri dan berkembang bersama masyarakat. From West Java for Indonesia to the world through SDGs.
Sesali entah apa yang kan ku hadapi, semua ku lalui, takkan pernah berhenti.
Aku tak hiraukan sedih, aku kembali menjalani, matahari datangkan pagi. Entah apa yang kan ku hadapi, semua ku nikmati. Semangatku beri dengan lagu ini, nadaku melayang-layang menemani.
kehidupan ini. Selalu banyak emosi coba menghalangi.
Oh, namun detik takkan menanti. Hey.
Entah apa yang kan ku hadapi, semua ku lalui.
Entah apa yang kan ku hadapi, semua ku nikmati. Semangatku beri dengan lagu ini, nadaku melayang-layang menemani bagaikan melodi lagu hari ini. Nadaku melayang-layang terbang tinggi.
People would tell you to leave, people would tell you to never believe. Yeah, the past trying to get you, they will always trying to get you, trying to break you. Just don't live it, baby. Don't you worry about things makes you crazy. Yeah, biarkan yang lalu pergi, mari jalani hari yang baru, jangan hilang semangatku.
Semangatku beri dengan lagu ini, nadaku melayang-layang menemani bagaikan melodi lagu hari ini. Nadaku melayang-layang terbang tinggi.
Oleh karenanya, Museum Rekor Dunia Indonesia mengukuhkan pada hari ini sebagai kegiatan pencatatan rekor dunia.
Salam perjuangan mahasiswa, salam menjaga romantisme perjuangan mahasiswa, salam yang mencinta seluruh perjuangan mahasiswa.
Hidup mahasiswa! Hidup mahasiswa! Hidup rakyat Indonesia! Hidup rakyat Indonesia! Selamat datang di Universitas Pajajaran.
Sebanyak 115 mahasiswa asing dari berbagai negara mengikuti orientasi mahasiswa asing baru UNPAD untuk program Dharma Siswa dan Kemitraan Negara Berkembang Kemenristek Dikti di Balai Sawala, Gedung Rektorat UNPAD Jatinangor pada Senin 30 September 2019. Kegiatan orientasi ini dibuka oleh Wakil Rektor Bidang Akademik dan Kemahasiswaan UNPAD, Dr. Ari Bainus, dan berlangsung selama 2 hari, Senin 30 September 2019 dan Selasa 1 Oktober 2019. Dalam orientasi ini, selain diberikan pemaparan mengenai layanan akademik dan kemahasiswaan, mahasiswa asing dari berbagai negara ini juga diberikan pemaparan mengenai keimigrasian dan mengenai asuransi kesehatan.
Hari ini ini kami menyambut ada kurang lebih 115 mahasiswa yang datang dari 15 negara. Dan mahasiswa-mahasiswa ini adalah mahasiswa yang mengikuti program full degree 1 tahun sampai 2 tahun yang tersebar di beberapa fakultas. Tentunya yang paling banyak ada di dalam program di Fakultas Ilmu Budaya dan Sastra. Yang kami cermati, anak-anak internasional ini semakin hari semakin tinggi minatnya untuk mempelajari bahasa dan kebudayaan Indonesia. Yang kami cukup senang adalah program Dharma Siswa dan program KNB yang menjadi program unggulan dari kementerian itu hanya kurang lebih 25% dari jumlah total peserta. Dan sisa peserta yang lain itu datang dari program kerjasama yang datang dan diinisiasi dari program studi yang ada di fakultas. Sehingga ini salah satu barometer dan parameter terukur bahwa apa yang dikerjakan oleh Direktorat Kerjasama dan kerja keras teman-teman yang ada di program studi dan juga fakultas tergambar dari begitu banyaknya mahasiswa asing yang hari ini datang dan bergabung di orientasi internasional D4.
Adapun mahasiswa asing yang mengikuti kegiatan ini berasal dari negara Republik Rakyat Tiongkok, Jepang, Malaysia, Korea Selatan, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Papua Nugini, Jerman, Belanda, Prancis, Turki, Sudan, dan Meksiko. Mahasiswa asing merasa senang karena disambut baik oleh pihak Universitas Padjadjaran melalui kegiatan orientasi ini.
Setelah belajar bahasa Indonesia di Unpad sudah lama, 5 bulan aja. Jadi saya suka Unpad, tapi di Partikur aja. Ya, di Partikur aja.
The orientation so far it's quite nice. I already met many people, and yeah, it's nice to get in contact with other international students. Yeah.
Setelah saya di Unpad, dan saya merasa ini adalah kampus yang internasional. Di sini ada fasilitas yang lengkap, ada perpustakaan yang gaya raya dan lain-lain. Saya juga
Fitri Fairuza mengabarkan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pajajaran International EduFair 2021. I'm Reva Salsadila from the Universitas Pajajaran International Office, and I will be your host in this precious opportunity. This event will consist the opening invocation from 4 faculties and closing, and each invocation will also be followed by a Q&A session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin this event by listening to the Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya, and Universitas Pajajaran's hymn. To all of the audience, please raise. Everyone is allowed to take their seats again. Okay, Pajajaran International Edufair is one of the main events held by the Universitas Pajajaran International Office that will bring UNPAD closer to you. As we know that UNPAD has lots of faculties as well as great prospect for your future. Having said so, today we will find out about various information regarding faculties and school in UNPAD, including the international admission for the international students. There will be 4 sessions in 2 days, 2 sessions for social science and humanities, and at the second day for natural science. At the day 3, we will have an interesting talk show with our international and local students about campus life, global, and local exposure. So don't forget to follow all of our agendas for an insightful information about Universitas Pajajaran. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will now hear the welcoming speech from the head of UNIFU, Dr. Roni Lesmana. Time.
Okay, very good morning. Thank you so much for Reva, Master of Ceremony today, for allowing me to give a little welcome remarks for this event. So today we are really happy that we have a chance to see all the leaders from every faculty in our university, and also all the students, prospective students, and also present students to attend this event. So I'm very happy as the chairman of this event. I want to say, first of all, thank you to Honorable the Director of Academic Affairs and Internationalization, Dr. Muhammad Fahmi, who will spend his attention and already give direction for us, so we be able to run this event today. Dr. Fahmi, allow me to report that today we are able to coordinate with 17 faculty and divide them into the 3 days activity event, and then we already try to organize and then coordinate with every international office unit in the faculty, so they can really share about the information regarding internationalization in their faculty. The main purposes of our event is to grow together with the faculty, bring all information that may be very important and beneficial for our students outside university and outside Indonesia, definitely, because we expected many more international students will be more confident and attracted to come to our university. Sometimes people did not really know about the program in our university, did not really well about the information, or in other words, not well informed. Thus, we believe that by opening the window and opening the gate of information about internationalization in every faculty, it will enhance the mobility of international students come to our university, and also from other universities come to our university. So I believe that as we discussed and we talking in the several meetings, and I understand really well your direction from the leader of the university. By opening the window of information, we believe that UNPAD will be a very worldwide university, not only by achievement in the rank, but really it's also more optimal in the gathering and then give more information to the world. And then at the end of my report to the director of academic affairs and internationalization, I also want to close with one statement that this event, I really wish that we can bring UNPAD to the world and bring world to UNPAD and make our university and civitas of Academica UNPAD more closer to everybody outside our university. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for the trust that the university has given to us, and then we'll be able to run this event. And thank you so much for the support from the every leader in the faculty in University Jaran. And I wish that all the 3 consecutive days for running the Pajajaran International Edu Fair and given the information could be run well. Thank you so much. Salam sejahtera buat kita semua. Very good morning.
Thank you for the welcoming speech, Dr. Roni Lesmana. And ladies and gentlemen, we will now hear the opening remarks from the Director of Education and Internationalization, to His Excellency Mr. Muhammad Fahmi. Time is yours.
Thank you, Reva. Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Roni, for organizing this a wonderful event, I think. And even though this morning is a bit cloudy, I think we are happy and excited about this program. And yeah, I hope that everyone or a lot of people from Unis Pajajaran will come and join to this event, yeah. And I believe that this event is very important, yeah. The internationalization, yeah, I think in UNPAD start, I think maybe, yeah, it's about 20 years ago, I think it's already start at that time. And I believe that UNPAD is more and more international, yeah. And we have a, I think it's a good position in a world-class university, I think. So why we would like to have the internationalization in our campus or in our university, I think we have some reason. The first one, like Roni said, that if we have international university, that people will come to our university, yeah. So if people come to our university, then they bring the knowledge, yeah. They bring the information, they bring the experience to our students, yeah. So it makes our students have international exposure, yeah. So yeah, when our students have international exposure, then when they go abroad, it's easier, yeah, it's easier to our students to fit in or to settle in university in any place in the world, I think. So yeah, that's our reason why we would like to have international exposure or internationalization in our university. Yeah. So yeah, this kind of program, I think, should be more and more attended by our students, yeah, not only the foreign students, yeah, or only the one who like to go abroad, but I believe that everyone in campus, in university has to attend and has to pay attention about this program. And yeah, I hope that this event in 3 days, yeah, Ronnie, yeah, in 3 days we'll yeah have a good impression and also inspiring for everyone. Yeah, I believe that the sharing from the faculty, from the students, yeah, will have insight or inspiration for others. Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, I think that's my comment about this program. So good luck, Ronnie and team. I hope that the program will have a good impression for everyone. So good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the opening remarks about the international exposure and education in UNPAD. And ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I'd like to inform you that if you have any questions, please write it in the YouTube live chat and don't forget to mention your name and institution if any. Okay, for the first
Reva?
session.
Reva,
Yeah. Yes, Dr.
sorry,
Annie.
before we continue for the first session, could we still have Mr. Fahmi here take a picture together for all of us who are in the Zoom meeting room? So it's kind of like, what's that, documentation? Can we take a picture first with Mr. Fahmi? Mr. Fahmi still in the room or not?
Okay.
Mr. Fahmi, can we take a picture for a moment and then you can continue with the other activity, Director? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, please open cam all the committee so we can take a picture.
Okay,
Reva,
for the
could
photo
you
session.
take a picture for us, Reva?
Yes, I will direct for the photo session.
Sure.
Okay, everyone, please open the camera. Okay, so in 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you so much, Reva. Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you so much. Very good morning.
Thank you.
And over to you back, Reva.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Annie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the first session, we will now hear a presentation from the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences. This faculty was founded in 1960 and has a strong commitment to produce distinguished experts in the field of social and political science. Okay, without any further ado, please welcome the first presentation to the Faculty of Social and Political Science. Time is yours.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much indeed for coming today to this presentation. We're very happy to have this chance to introduce our faculty. My name is Kirana and I'm majoring in political science. I'm here today with 4 other physics students to give you the presentation. In addition to the five of us, we're joined by Ms. Safitri as the head of International Office of FISIP, who will be happy to take your questions during the next session. I'm going to start out today by sharing with you the introduction and the history of our faculty. The Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, or FISIP, Universitas Pajajaran, was established based upon the needs of an education center to produce distinguished experts in the field of social and political sciences and contributes to the advancement of society. The faculty provides two major categories of courses. First is general courses and specified courses. The general courses aim to give students basic concepts of social and political science. Meanwhile, the specified courses consisted of theory and methodology, aiming to give students professional competence in chosen study programs. The students are also equipped with skills to grasp various social and political phenomena occurring in social communities through community service. Next, I'm going to share with you the history of our faculty. On February 28, 1958, the rector of Universitas Pajajaran issued Decree number 4 concerning the formation of an ad hoc committee in charge of preparing the faculty. On October 13th, the ad hoc committee established the Faculty of State Administration and Commerce under the Pajajaran Trustees Foundation supervision as the forerunner of FISIP. In 1989, the faculty offered several major and degree programs ranging from diploma, undergraduate, master to doctoral. In 2019 until now, the faculty has developed 4 diploma, 8 bachelor, 9 master, and 8 doctoral programs. To the next slide, please.
Okay, good morning, fellow participants and committee. Before I start my presentation about the faculty officials, maybe a little disclaimer and my apologies, because there has been some structural changes that occurs in our faculty, so maybe the name that I'm going to be mentioned in here is not 100% accurate, so my apologies for that. But currently, the Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Science is held by Dr. Erwin Setiabudi Sumadinata, SIP, SSC, MT, MSc, Han. And then the Deputy Dean for Learning and Student Affairs and Research is held by Dr. Ida Widya Ningsih, SIP, MA, PhD. Deputy Dean for Resource and Organization is held by Dr. Muhammad Beni Alexandri, SAMM. Manager of Learning, Student Affairs and Alumni is currently held by Dr. Heriwo, SPSC, MM. Manager of Research, Community Service and Innovation and Collaboration is currently held by Dr. Caroline Pascali, SIP, MSc. And next up is Manager of Resource Planning and Innovation is held by Mr. Arif Firmansyah, SSMSE, and Head of International Office Unit is currently held by Mrs. Safitri Adityan. So, and then next up we have Head of Departments and Head of Diploma Programs, and of course certainly every Head of Departments and Head of Diploma Programs and Bachelor Program has an excellent expertise in the respective field of study. Maybe next fellow participants can read the head of department, and then we have some active professors. There's have Professor Ukan Sukoca Abdullah, Professor Dr. Andes Haji Budiman Rose MS, Profesor Dr. Andes Utang Suwaryo, Profesor Dr. Andes Samtio Ibnu Rejo, Profesor Dr. Haji Samun Jajara Harja, Profesor Dr. Andes Yani Muhammad Yani, Profesor Dr. Andes Haji Hatta Farsinaja, Profesor Dr. Nandang Adeliar Nur, Profesor Dr. Andes Opan S. Suwarta Praja, Profesor Dr. Andes Muhammad Fadil Nurdin, Profesor Dr. Ari Bainus, and Profesor Muradi SSMSC PhD. Maybe next.
Now, I will tell you the program of study that owned by Faculty of Social and Political Science. In bachelor degrees and diploma degrees, we have public finance administration, governmental administration, logistic business, and digital archiving. And in bachelor degrees, we have public administration, international relations, social welfare, governmental science, anthropology, business administration, sociology, and political science. And in master degree, we have public administration, business administration, public policy, sociology, anthropology, social welfare, political science, governmental science. And in doctorate degree, we have sociological science, administration science, international relations, and social welfare.
Okay, as for the facilities and infrastructure that we have, 5 laboratories. There's computer laboratory, language multimedia laboratory, conventional language laboratory, conventional typing laboratory, and business administration computer laboratory. Currently, the Faculty of Social and Political Science does not have an existing international program. However, this does not mean that FISIP enrollment is exclusive to Indonesian scholars only. In recent years, FISIP has seen steady growth of international students enrolling in its many programs. This is the list of our international students that enroll in many and countless of our programs. Okay, can we go? Yes, thank you. All of our programs are designated in such way so that our student can choose from different pathway in gaining international recognition, experience, and qualification. We take pride in our proven ability to nurture students through our teaching and learning process in preparing them for careers. Our students have been well received by our network of partner university. Many have accomplished outstanding academic achievement. FISIP Unpad is one of the best place for students, both local and international, to develop their knowledge in social and political science. Beside the international student that enroll in our existing program, FISIP has also carried out activities and events on international scale. Events such as last year ASEAN Youth Initiative Conference and countless of other international webinars that are being held by the faculty and many of its departments. This is the photo of FISIP. Okay, I guess that's all from our presentation. Thank you, and maybe we can go to the Q&A session. Or is there anything Madam Safitri want to say or give before we go to the Q&A session?
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay. 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 I just want to tell about our FISIP is we are start to make many collaboration with the others university inbound and outbound, but today we have already the new challenge, so I think we are ready to make it. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. I guess there's a slide that are being skipped. Can we go to the
Let's continue,
department?
right? Okay, let's continue.
There's slide that are skipped before this slide. The department and program slide. Yeah, program study. Yeah, can we go to the program study? Yes, thank you.
Okay, is there any addition? Please.
I think there's a technical problem, so maybe I will take over. So I'm going to introduce you the programs of study in FISIP. First is public administration. So public administration is a program designed for the students to master organizational concepts and theories, public sector management, as well as techniques for solving problems in the administration of public. Graduates of this program have competencies in the management of public organizations such as human resources management, performance management, and etc. The second is international relations. The international relations program does not only provide the study of cross-country relations, but also non-state actors such as international organizations and multinational companies. Students of this program are provided with a comprehensive understanding of various international aspects of the interaction between these actors. This includes economic, legal, socio-cultural, defense, and security aspects.
Next, I will explain more about each program of study in the Faculty of Social Science and Political Science. First, public administration. Public administration is a program designed for the students to master organizational concepts and the theories, public sector management, public interest, public policy, as well as methods and techniques for solving problems in the administration of public administration. Graduates of this program to learn social welfare. Social welfare is a program that aims to teach basic knowledge of social work, which includes knowledge of human behavior and the social environment, values, principles, social work ethics, as well as social policies and services at the local, national, and international level. Next is government science. The government science program carries out quality education in the fields of government science to produce graduates who are morally and academically competitive that are beneficial to society. Next is anthropology. Anthropology is a study program aims to educate prospective undergraduates based on competence in conducting ethnography-based field research supported by conceptual theoretical knowledge of the diversity and dynamics of social and cultural phenomena. Next is business administration. Business administration is a program has a curriculum that produces a new generation of graduates who are equipped with strong skills to become entrepreneurs, with pioneers and business owners and entrepreneurs, which professionals with the ability to manage a business in accordance with company policy. Next is sociology. The sociology program provides studies on the interaction between individuals, groups, and society that concentrates on environmental, development, political, and military issues. Alumni of the program occupy positions both in government and private agencies, such as researchers, planners, educators, development consultants, and others. Next is, and the last is political science. The political science programs provide students with a broad and comprehensive understanding of the nature and structure of political science through various courses. It includes political theory, Indonesian politics and government, administration and public policy, comparative politics, political economy, world politics, and globalization. Maybe next we can move to the Q&A question.
Okay, so is that all from FISIP? Okay, so actually I am also Faculty of Social and Political Science students, and yeah, I'm so excited to have presentation from FISIP. And well, maybe we have our prospective students here, and we also have some questions. But before I ask all of the questions to our speakers here from Upgraders FISIP, yeah, okay. I actually have my own question about the program in FISIP. As we know that we have like a fast track program, and yeah, about such program. Would you please explain about that program? Because I think it is one of an interesting program that owned by FISIP. Okay. Should I repeat the question? Because so we have Madam Safitri here.
Yeah.
Hello, Madam.
Yeah, okay.
Good morning.
Okay. Morning. You can hear me?
Yeah. So I'm also FISIP students, Madam, and
okay.
well, so I actually curious about some program in FISIP, as we know that we have fast track acceleration program. So how is that program, Madam?
Okay, I think that fast track program, maybe we have we still running that program, but I think the student there is no a lot of students who interested in that program. So I think maybe we have to what about that? We have to socialize again that program. Maybe there more the student will be interesting with that program. That's it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's another information for our prospective students that FISIP now is preparing for the fast track program, and of course
we're still preparing.
Yes, but I'm sure it will be realized soon.
Yeah,
Madam.
Maybe.
So
the student come on.
Yeah, go on, Madam.
Yeah, student come to maybe you have interesting with that program, so we can support.
Yeah, so that's one of good news from FISIP. So for those who wants to enroll for the bachelor's degree or even the graduate degree in FISIP, it will be one of the beneficial things that you can choose for the study program. Okay, so Madam, we have another questions here from our viewers in YouTube. And the question is, does FISIP have any exchange agreements with other universities, especially universities in abroad? And yes, that's the question, Madam.
Yes, of course, we have the agreement with the other universities, especially from abroad universities. But we have the new one. We have the collaboration with for double degree from Tohito University in Japan. But this is only for doctorate programs. This year maybe we have to send one of our student, a doctoral student, to go there. So we have also collaboration with Malaysia, with UKM, UUM, and also UM, and the other universities, and Japan also, South Korea, and in France from University La Rochelle, we have 2 students who go there, but it's been a long time ago. Maybe 5 years ago, we have sent our student to go there for exchange student 1 year. Thank you.
Wow, so there are lots of opportunity for the international exposure here in FISIP.
Of course. We are still running for that, for the collaboration with the other universities.
Okay, but actually we also have sent, just for your information, for our audience, that UNPAD has oftenly sent our students, UNPAD students, to any other university all around the globe for many programs. Be in exchange program, for the volunteer program, and many more. So yeah, if you're looking for the international experience, UNPAD provides that all. So okay, we have another question, madam. Okay, so as we know that accreditation is one of an important things, and yeah, maybe of course our prospective student is also always make the accreditation as their consideration to choose the university, to choose the study programs like that. So the question is, what are the accreditation for FISIP study programs? This is most of all accreditation for FISIP studies program is A, but there is 1 or 2 study program is still B, because they're still young. They're still 1 or 2 or 3 years, like program study social, and also for politics. They're still B, because they're still, we don't have the alumni. Okay, so yeah, almost all of the departments get the A accreditation, which is it is best accreditation. But yeah, for some departments just gain B, but it is just because it's still new. Okay, thank you, madam. And yes, actually, we have more question here, and maybe I think this question is coming from Indonesian prospective students, because he or she asked, like, does FISIP Universitas Padjadjaran has Kampus Merdeka program? And maybe just for your information, for the prospective international students, that Kampus Merdeka, or we can call it like Independence Campus, is one of the program that allow the students to take internship or any other program, either internship, voluntary activities, or exchange student, and it's include to to the credits per semester. And yeah, so does FISIP Unpad has that program, madam?
Yes, of course. We have for this is the second semester. Last semester we have the Campus Merdeka, and then for this semester we already opened the program, the study, and you can see our study in sasrabahu.id. We already open. Yeah, you can choose the one that you like, the study you like. Okay.
Okay, wow. So yeah, we also have that program. So yeah, that's just makes us sure that FISIP really support and really has a high commit to for the students' development. They provide the international exposure. They provide the Campus Merdeka program. Even they also provide the fast track program. Oh, that's really amazing.
Yes,
okay.
of course.
I feel so proud to be FISIP student.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So we also have another question here. So thank you so much for the enthusiasm.
Okay, thank you so much for the for this program.
Yes. So the question is there any specified requirements for the master degree in business administration in Unpad, and what makes this major difference from the similar major but from the different university?
I think the same with the other place, right? But maybe I cannot answer this because I'm not from administration business. But I think the in FISIP is more fun than attractive, and also the lecturer also they are so good. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I think according to the A accreditation that is achieved by even the business administration major, it can be one of the proven that this major is really trusted. So
yes, of course.
So yeah, I was a little bit curious, ma'am, about the previous topic we talk that is a Campus Merdeka program. How is the enthusiasm of FISIP students to the program, to the Campus Merdeka program?
Most of my students, they are so interested with this program because they have maybe another activation, and also they will be have more like, what is that? Yeah, I think I'm sorry. I think they are so interested with this Campus Merdeka.
Okay, so yeah, I am actually one of the students who enroll the Campus Merdeka program. So yeah, it is really beneficial for the students because they can develop themselves through internship program. And just for your information, guys, that the internship opportunity is not also can be applied in external institution like in the company or so on. But here, just for your information, that Unpad also provides many internship opportunity. For example, is International Office of Universitas Padjadjaran. We also provide the internship program, and those all of our
works will be become the credit for the semester. And actually we also have international unit. You can also apply internship in there, and of course our international unit also helps us to gain more exposure either about the faculty and the local and international exposure. So if you guys need information about the specified faculties, you just can contact them through their social media of the international unit. So yeah, okay, because now we are talking about the international program and so on. Of course, here in FISIP, we also have international relation program. How is the international relation program in FISIP? I think because it is one of the favorite major in FISIP as well.
Yeah, international relation department in FISIP is the most favorable with the student, yeah. And then we have 30 lecturer, and then each semester we have around 100 students. And then our lecturer also, they are so agreeable to teach many study. And then we have a lot of program like Moon, and also we have now during the pandemic we have a lot of webinar with our diplomat in the other country, and for also we have international program also, and the accreditation is A.
Wow, so it's really excellent. And okay, regarding to international relation major, we just had another question regarding to that major. So what are the prospective jobs for international relation major?
The alumni from international relation, you can work in MNC, multinational company. Maybe you can in the Minister of Foreign, and then in the bank, in the international law maybe, but in any field you can work there.
Okay, so although the main perspective is to work in international institution or international scale, become the ambassador, working in embassy.
Yes, of
maybe.
course.
And yeah, actually this major is really has a wide prospect for the occupation or job. And yeah, just for your information, guys, so about one month ago we had a webinar, and we also invite one of our alumni from FISIP, and he works in the United Nations, and he is the alumni from international relation major. So yeah, we're really proud of it because it proves that our alumni is really has a good reputation and capability to work in such a big institution. And yeah, here we have another question, ma'am. And the question is, okay, I want to ask again the same question. Actually, he said, any specific requirements for international relation master at UNPAD, and what the plus point and with this major compared to the other campus?
Okay, for the master IR in UNPAD is I think the same with the other campus, but the plus point, we have foreign student in the class for the master program. and this is the different with the other campus maybe. And then we have also the guest lecturer from the other university from abroad, and then we have the agreeable lecturer. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so for those prospective students who want to enroll the class in international relation in any study level, just don't hesitate, because we offer a good perspective and also a really good reputation. We have good accreditation and we also have good lecture. And okay, I think we have another question. Does UNPAD has a partnership with any big companies for such internship and such things? Ma'am.
Yes, of course. We have a partnership with Telkom, with Danone also, and so on. We have yes, of course.
Okay, so yes, just don't worry if you want to gain more experience through internship with really big companies here in Indonesia, or even maybe if you want to get such a global exposure, we have it. We provide you for such experience. So okay, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys have any other question regarding to this faculty of Social and Political Science, just feel free to comment down below on the live chat YouTube. And yeah, just for your information, if you want to get information regarding to FISIP, you can visit their website in www.fisip.unpad.ac.id, and there you will have complete information regarding to this faculty. Okay, so we talk about the international students, ma'am, because I think generally the question is, maybe it's coming from the local students, the local prospective students. So how about the international admission for the international students? Is there any difference? Like maybe should they provide the Indonesian proficiency test, like maybe we usually provide TOEFL, or how about for the international students, should they be fluent in Indonesian before they enroll the class?
I think this for the tuition is depend from agreement with the university, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about that, but I think it depends with the agreement with the universities.
Oh, okay. And previously that you said we have international students for the master program. So what language does we use in the class for the master program? It is English or Indonesian?
For the master class, as I know, we still mix in English and Indonesia, because we still running for the lecturer who fluent in English also, but we have a lot of lecturer who can speak English well. But this for the class, maybe this is a mixed student with the foreign student and local students. So we have mixed language, English and Bahasa Indonesia.
Okay,
but for the future, we will have English class.
Okay, so for now we have like a mixed class between English and Indonesia, but in the future we will have full English class. So, but actually, I think it is really important for us to, especially for the international students who coming from outside of Indonesia, we have to get to know about Indonesian language, because just for information, here in Indonesia our first language is Indonesian. So Indonesian is mandatory for you if you want to live in Indonesia, or even if you want to study here in Indonesia. So maybe for our international students, we have to start from now to learn Indonesian. Maybe we can start from a little really simple things like apa kabar, or selamat pagi, things like that.
Yes, for daily life, right?
Yes, because actually we use Indonesian for daily life. So you have to prepare it, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's no more question for the PSIP session here. Thank you, ma'am, for your time and for such.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for.
Again.
Thank you, mom. See you and.
Okay, see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day, mom.
Yeah.
Okay. But mom, before okay.
Yes.
Before we change into another segments, I would like to have a closing statement from you. Maybe you can you can say something to attract all of our prospective students to study here in FISIP Unpad.
Wow. Okay. So I will welcome you to come to FISIP Unpad, and please join us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, mom. Okay, for our audience, if you have any other question, please write down below on live chat YouTube. And if you still curious more about Faculty of Social and Political Science, please reach them out through their website on www.fisip.unpad.ac.id.